All right, everybody, it is time for Fairy Tale 445.
Yeah, so apparently the chapter came out on Friday.
Yeah,
Are the chapters going to be reverting back to their old release schedule?
yeah, it would be very nice if it happens that way. Um,
Well, actually, no. Probably with my schedule, it'd probably be easier to do it the way it's been,
ah, that sucks.
especially when it comes to recording
Uh-huh.
the review of it. Because if it remains on Fridays, then we won't be able. Then depending on what my work schedule is for the weekend, we probably won't have to record. We won't be able to record together, or even if we do separate reviews, we wouldn't be able to get them together until at least Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, on to the chapter. Shit, tons of shit happened.
Oh, yeah.
Where to begin?
Let's start with Fairy Heart. How about that?
Oh yeah. So once again, Mashima is teasing Lumen Histoire, but this time in the form of saying, "Oh well, this is its true name, Fairy Heart, and it's an insanely powerful magic that's even greater than the three fairy spells, which are practically never used."
Right.
Like the last time, first of all, Fairy Sphere was only used once, and you didn't even know it was used until after the time skip,
Yeah.
and then Fairy Law was used twice. No, sorry, three times. Once successfully by Makarov against in the Phantom Lord arc.
Mm-hmm.
Loxus failed to use it in the Battle of Fairy Tail arc, and then Makarov attempted to use it against uh, Hades during the
Yeah.
Tenor Island arc, and it didn't do, and he was forced to back down.
Yeah.
As for the third one, was it Fairy Glitter? She used Kana only used it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would if I would be honestly, I'd be seriously happy if Kana could do it on her own,
Yeah.
because she honestly, I like I like her character a lot,
I like Kana a lot too.
and
Yeah.
it would be awesome if because just the whole fact that she could go from being super she's a the worst alcoholic I've ever seen ever in terms of cartoons to specify, because when I mean worse, I'm talking about just the amount of drinking they actually do. Because
Right.
in cartoons, they could go way farther than any live action character would be willing to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, she could just the, everything about her is just amazing. And guess what? That's because that awesomeness and badassery is genetic
Yep.
from her father, Gildarts, who is it's getting a little disappointing that he's not back in the story yet.
Yeah. He's gonna make a grand entrance. I know it. I think it's obvious at this point. He's gonna make some grand entrance eventually.
Yeah, but what happens? When? God knows.
Yeah.
Not even God knows. Freaking. And then we have the the reveal of four other members of the Spriggan 12.
Right.
I believe it was four, right?
Yeah. Four.
Uh, like honestly, is he running out of names? Like the one Spriggan 12 member's name was Agiel,
Yeah. Agil. Right.
and then the old guy was Yagiel. Like what the hell? He must be running
Yeah.
out of names.
I think so. I mean, he's got quite enough names that yeah, he's starting to run out.
Yeah, but anyway, the Spriggan 12 definitely look intimidating, but I'm still on the fence as to whether how strong they really are,
Right.
because as we saw with Brandish and her magic, he's pretty much set it up that it's possible that once again they only were as powerful. They only seemed as so powerful because our hero Fairy Tail was caught off guard,
Mm-hmm.
and that when they're on guard, that they won't be as threatening.
Right.
I mean, the one guy, what was Agiel, sounds like he's a sand wielder because of the desert thing.
Yeah.
And as for the other ones, who the fuck knows what they could
Yeah.
do?
The one's a war princess, whatever that means.
Yeah, maybe she's Zelda.
Yeah. I don't know.
But anyway, and then we have the conversation between Zeref and Makarov. Whoa.
Yeah.
First of all, we found out that not too long after the original Dragon King's festival, he started up his own country. That means almost 400. He's created a country 400 years ago
Mm-hmm.
that slowly built into the Alvarez Empire.
Yep.
Like what? And of course, the people don't give a shit that he hasn't aged a day.
Yeah, apparently not.
So we also learn that when the attack Alvarez did on, Fiore and Ishgard as a whole 10 years ago, that was during one of Zeref's away periods where they attacked of their own without Zeref's approval.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole idea of how the Spriggan 12 are hard to control and don't necessarily want to always listen to Zeref's wishes could play a major factor in the arc later on.
Right.
So, and then there's the whole idea of the fact that he purposely picked the name Spriggan because it meant ugly fairy,
Uh-huh.
which I thought was an interesting touch.
Yeah, and we got a glimpse of part of his plan just by what he told Makarov at the very
Oh
end.
yeah, the fact that he is going to basically instigate a war between Ishgard, or basically the entire human race, him and Acnologia, that is basically going to result in an extermination of the entire human race.
Right, there's that, but there's something else involved there, and that was when he was talking about Natsu. He's
Oh, thanks for taking care of not raising Natsu.
and then he says, he'll send his body to Natsu, so he'll get angry. He'll want to destroy me, meaning he wants.
He's still that's where it becomes confusing. He's
Yeah.
setting in motion on a war to exterminate not just humans, but pretty much virtually almost all life on the entire planet. But at the same time, he's still trying to get Natsu to kill him.
I don't know if that's true right now. He wants the way he looks with that maniacal smile when he says he'll get so angry he'll want to destroy me. I think he wants to use End instead at this point, where before he awakened again, he wanted to be killed by End. Now I think he actually wants to use End.
Well, remember, Zeref has the Book of End, and supposedly Natsu and Zeref are going to be meeting up soon, which means Zeref can awaken End at any point.
Right, but I think he needs to get specifically angry at this point in order to really be able to trigger it. There has to be a reason why he wants to instigate Natsu in order to be able to use him, which is
well, you do also have to remember that at the time he said that, he didn't know that Natsu was in the country.
Yeah, I know.
So I guess that could have been, he's going to get so angry he's going to come here to attack me. But now he doesn't have to draw Natsu here because he's already here.
Mm-hmm.
Because just when Makarov, for the umpteenth time, is going to get killed, he gets saved.
Yep.
By Mest, of all people. Who just teleports in there and then teleports out.
Uh-huh.
with Makarov and Tote.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still a huge possibility that we could see END in the next couple of chapters unless something else happens. Because I feel like that might be a thing. Like, I could see, him awakening End, and then, Natsu, they have to then, Natsu, fighting for Zera for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Until he gets stopped by Gray.
Yeah, which has been a combination of Gray and Lucy because of that. Because you have to have that touching moment where Lucy finally reveals her feelings for him,
Uh-huh.
and then
I hate you, Natsu. What?
no, it's I love you, Natsu, and then Natsu comes to his senses and reciprocates the feelings, and then they're like, okay, we'll do the giggity giggity later.
And he's like, really? Because I still like Lasagna.
Anyway, but and let's see, and so now the one thing I do want to point out is Makarov. The look on Makarov's face after Zeref says, "Thanks for taking care of Natsu," or helping him, raising him, or whatever. I'm not exactly sure like how to interpret that because some people say that he think that he knows the truth, that Makarov knows the truth, and I'm like, wait a minute, why would he know the truth? How would he know the truth?
I don't think so.
But then there's that whole because you can't necessarily tell if like he's surprised or he looks surprised, but
he's also he's in the midst of getting attacked at the same
so
time, so
it's kind of like is he in shock from the attack or is he in shock from what he says? Because I would think since he doesn't know the truth, he'd be more confused
yeah.
than surprised.
Yeah, I mean, in the Panda translation, there's a question mark there in his reaction, so it does sort of make sense that he would be confused at the same time as also be confused at what the hell's attacking me at this point. So
It's like
yeah.
but now whether or not I mean, I still feel that in the next couple of chapters we may see Natsu go into an END form.
Mm-hmm.
However, whether that's the case or not, it's basically a guarantee that that Natsu and Fairy Tail are gonna find that information out that he is END very, very within the next couple of chapters.
Yeah.
It's pretty much almost a guarantee at this point.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
So this chapter, I believe, was a very good chapter. We learned a lot of stuff, and the setup for the future events is just insane.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a very good chapter, definitely.
So that's all I have to say.
So yeah, thank you for listening to us, listening
Ramble.
to me troll all your favorite fan pairings. So
Yeah.